Hi, Mark Wilkinson here. I just wanted to share with you a few thoughts on Love Remixed, my brand new book. I wanted to share with you the experience of it, why I've written it, what it can do for you, how it works, and who's involved, because many other people have contributed to it as well. So I'm going to start with the reason for Love Remixed. A lot of my coaching clients over the last years have come to me and said, I want success. I really want to succeed. But actually, what's happening is they haven't mastered my, or indeed the definition of love that is required to put themselves into a really great vibration. When they're in that really great vibration, we attract people, opportunities, material stuff, you name it. We attract it to us by being in vibration. You've heard me talk about The Secret. I spoke about that in Life Remixed, a real turning point in my own life. To get yourself into the vibration of true love, you need to understand what it is. So you need to have a definition of it. I've put it in Love Remixed. Grab it, have a look. Tell me what you think. You also need to be able to visualize it. And a lot of people tend to visualize things outside of themselves. They like to visualize another person, perhaps, or a family member or something like that, someone like that. Maybe my dog. But ultimately, we have a problem because we haven't got a visualization of what love really is. So if we don't have a definition and we don't have an image of it on our minds, it's very difficult. It's very difficult for us to work with it, and it becomes quite a mess. That might be one of the reasons that there's such a high divorce rate, or it might be there's such a rate of people leaving companies where they keep moving around because people don't leave companies, they leave managers or they leave leaders. Well, it's because the leader and or the person hasn't understood what love is all about. You want to succeed, you got to master love. Love Remixed is there for that reason. I've shared in Love Remixed about my story and your transformation. It's an opportunity. It's in three parts: love starts within, growth in the journey, and loving others authentically. And ultimately, if you're able to work through the chapters of the book, there is coaching advice in every single chapter as well. You work through this, it's something that you can really grasp hold of and practice day in, day out. And it's going to lead you to happiness, health, wealth, success, and all the things you would really like in your life. But too often we're struggling or striving or trying to force things or getting angry or impatient or living in any of our potential limiters. Very, very important to understand this whole piece and how important it is for you to really succeed, to find that inner peace and that love. So chapter 1 is called What is Love Really? We need to explore what love really means beyond romance, beyond anything that we might think it is right now. We've got to go deeper, got to be a bit more spiritual with this, got to be a bit more sustaining. We've really got to understand and define love for ourselves. I've got my definition. I've shared it with you in Love Remixed, and I would love you to grab yourself a copy and find out for yourselves, and indeed decide if you agree. And then let's talk about it. But ultimately, true love is not just a feeling. It is actually a daily choice, like gratitude, like forgiveness, like being in a positive place all of the time. It's a daily choice. It's a vibration and a reflection of how we treat ourselves and others. Many people will treat other people a lot better than they would treat themselves. Their inner voice is being critical, or they are struggling with various different things that are going on inside of their mind, and indeed their thoughts and their feelings, which then leads their actions to be off track. A lot of people come to me and say, I know all that, Mark. I go, okay, great. And I say, well, where's the results then? Because you can know something logically, but if you haven't imprinted it into your subconscious, into your emotional self, your actions will not follow suit, and you won't take the results you want to take in order to get where you want to get to. It's such an important thing to understand. What is love really? We need to define it. I've certainly defined it in here. Chapter 2 is called Start With Yourself. Before you can love anyone else fully, you must come home and love yourself first. And loving yourself is such a beautiful thing to do. Just being completely calm with inner peace, being comfortable in your own skin, And then guess what? Your vibration is great and you put out great energy to others. It is the foundation for every healthy relationship that you're ever going to have. It's also the foundation for health, wealth, happiness, and all the things you would really like in your life. Starts with you. Chapter 3 is called Reprogram Your Subconscious for Love. Our subconscious beliefs can shape every single interaction. So we need to rewrite that inner script that's been running if you're not getting the results you want right now. And it is clear that many human beings are living a life of quiet desperation rather than actually being inspired and actually going for it, leading a great life and leaving a great legacy for themselves and others. So changing that script is possible. I've changed mine over the years. I know you can change yours. You have to be willing, you have to be open-minded, you have to want to do it. But you can change your love story by changing the beliefs that drive it. It's very important. And based on all of our personalities and all of the e-colors work I do, different personalities will approach this in a different way, but we all have things that we could do better at. And that's where Love Remixed comes in. Chapter 4 is understanding the masculine and feminine within. We all carry masculine and feminine energies. This is not about gender. Please do not mix it up with gender. We all carry masculine and feminine energies within. When you balance these things, get the equilibrium right, you can unlock harmony and connection in yourself and then also externally with other people. The more you honor and integrate both of these energies within yourself, the more ease you'll experience in all of your relationships, and the more it becomes really clear which energy someone is using at that moment to be in. Myself and Emma can switch between masculine and feminine energies at different times, but we're both comfortable with that. But you need to study this and you need to understand it, and then you need to observe it, and then you need to love it. Part 2 of Love Remixed is called Growth in the Journey. Purpose fuels love. A strong sense of purpose brings passion, direction, magnetism, just great energy. If you have a strong sense of purpose, you will be in a great vibration most of the time. It will help you decide how to spend your time and what to do with your life. Because when you're living your life on purpose, love becomes just a natural expression, and it's not a search for something outside of yourself. It's not a, oh, I need something or I want something. No. It's all going on within, and you can feel really comfortable and in love with you and the world. So get your purpose and live on purpose. Chapter 6 is called Testing, Triggers and Celebrations. And the point is, relationships are here to test us. We need to learn how to use those challenges as catalysts, not setbacks. Grasp failure. When we fail, smile, brush it off and go, okay, that's fine, I'll start again. Because if you're willing to live your life on purpose, it's likely that your failures will not be huge crashing failures. There'll be failures that other people will forgive you for quickly, and you can go, okay, fine, I'm okay, I'm back on track. And that's how we learn, that's how we grow, you know. Think about a young child, you know, learning to walk, gets up, you know, takes a couple of steps, falls down. You don't start berating it and having a go. You go, come on, have another go, you know, because the child has purpose. He wants to get up, wants to get going. It's the same for every human being, you know, every single human being. It's important that we get this and understand it. Every test that we have is a chance to heal ourselves, heal our beliefs, and then work with other people. And every celebration is a fuel for a more conscious connection. And ultimately, that is living and loving. Love Remixed, it's all in here. Chapter 7 is facing doubt and resistance. Look, love will always bring up what needs to be healed. If we haven't healed things inside of ourselves, things will come up for us externally that will cause us internal pain. And these things just go on and on and on. A lesson is repeated until it is learned. Having doubts is part of the process. Yeah. So if you're doubtful about reading Love Remixed, that's your work. Great. Pick it up, read it, and then let me know how you get on with it. It's not a dead end. You know, the doubts are not a dead end. They're actually an opportunity for you to understand, okay, so I'm a bit doubtful in this area. I don't really like it. I don't really get it. All right. Now engage. Let's see how we go. And then from there, you can actually make a decision for you that I believe will benefit you. It's benefited me over the years, so therefore I want to share it with you. Chapter 8 is tolerating turns into resenting. Tolerating will drain you slowly. It will erode love over time. Lots of people just tolerate their partner if they've been with them for 10, 20, 30 years or whatever, It's really not the best way to live. Don't tolerate. Some people will only tolerate. I understand that. But if you've got the choice and you feel that you can grow, think about forgiveness, acceptance, gratitude, and learn to communicate and act from authenticity. It makes a huge difference, a huge difference. If you feel that you're going into just tolerating and putting up with stuff, speak up early. On either side of any relationship, indeed, any business relationship, any intimate relationship, any family relationship, speak up early, get it out on the table and do it lovingly. Silence today becomes resentment tomorrow. As we go into the third part of Love Remixed, which is here, loving others authentically is very, very important. You have to understand that you can only give what you've already got. Your inner world reflects you in every single relationship that you have out there, business, family, intimate, whatever. And you can't give love that you don't feel within. Some people might try that for a while, but the wheels will come off after a period of time, and that can end up very, very messy. You've got to fill your own cup first, right? You've got to fill yourself up and then overflow. I realized that. I went through many different relationships when I was younger. Didn't cover myself in glory all of the time, unfortunately. But I've lived and I've learned. And actually, I took a bit of time off for a couple of years, got myself together, did a lot of relationship study. I needed to understand what was going on because I didn't understand what was going on when I was younger. And then I worked on me, did this kind of relationship stuff, got myself together, really wanted to understand what love is all about. Thankfully, I learned from some amazing coaches, amazing teachers, and I just started to fill myself up with as much as I possibly could. And then it just overflows out of me now. I just give, give, wherever I can and whatever I can do, I just keep giving because it's a good thing to do. And actually, it's the ultimate success. If they're upset, assume that they don't feel loved. Very important. Chapter 10. Most conflicts stem from a feeling of disconnection. And this knowledge alone can transform relationships. So if they're feeling upset, assume they don't feel loved, and then ask them, would you like comfort or would you like a solution? The masculine energy tends to want to offer a solution. That's what masculine energy does. It fixes things all day long at work, wherever it might be. Fix, 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 problem solved, next step, next step. That's what we do day in, day out, masculine energies. But we must understand that we both have these energies within us. Male, female, not about gender. We all have these energies within us. Masculine energy wants to fix and come up with solutions. Feminine energy needs some comfort at times. And we all know we need that from time to time. So I think it's really, really important to understand that if they're feeling upset, assume they don't feel loved, and then start that communication. Very important. Shift any blame. Blame fixes nothing. Errors are normal. That's from human organizational performance. But shift any blame from curiosity. What else could this mean? How can I help them feel loved and safe right now? Just shift that. See what happens. Come back to me. Tell me what it's all about. What do you discover? Let me know. Chapter 11 is called Winning with Family, Friends, Clients, and Colleagues. Love is universal. It is. It's universal. And mastering love transforms every single relationship, every single moment in your life. People want to be successful. They come to me for my work as a success coach. They've got to understand this first. You've got to understand love first. Love Remixed. You've got to get this. Remix your love. Transform your life. You've got to get this first if you want to be truly successful in your life and very, very happy. I've worked through this through trial and error in my own life, as you can imagine, which is why I'm sharing it now. Very, very important. The same principles apply in every single human interaction, every single one. So learn these things and your life will get better. And finally, chapter 12 is called The Power of Appreciation. Appreciation is the purest form of love in action. It costs nothing and it transforms everything. It costs nothing and it transforms everything. Think about that. Think about what I've just said. Gratitude, appreciation, forgiveness, acceptance, love. When you practice daily appreciation and the rest of these things, love deepens, all resentment dissolves, and you end up being in a great vibration. Now, thankfully, some amazing coaching clients of mine have actually added their stories to the back of the book as well. Angela Colossi, Gavin Randall, Abby Taylor, Reed Donovan, Steve Whiteside, Lewis Sr., Paul Grant, and Tor Cobb. Thank you all for sharing your words. It's really powerful to have Life Remixed client stories at the back of Love Remixed book. I really hope you read them because they're really powerful. It's important to hear other people's perspectives, and it's important to understand we're all on this journey together. So I'm hoping you're having a wonderful Christmas, a wonderful New Year, and you're going to set some amazing goals, set your purpose, set your vision, set your goals for 2026. Grab yourself a copy of Love Remixed, paperback or Kindle, and let me know how you think about it. Let me know how you feel about it. Come and join us on Saturday, the 28th of February at Brewdog in Waterloo as well. Limited tickets, going to be a great event. We would love to see you. We're going to celebrate the release of Love Remixed alongside all of these other great books that I've been fortunate enough to build into the Remix series. I'm really grateful. Life is good. Share the love. Share the Love Remixed.